dare you?
I'm joined now by Bishop William Barber. Co-chairman of the Poor People's Campaign. Sorry, I have a policy about crying on TV. But that little boy and that grandma kind of really made it very hard for me to continue. Bishop Barber, what do you even say? You've done many funerals. It's one thing if your mom or your ex-husband dies as a result of cancer or an accident. This isn't that. What do you even say at a funeral? What do you even say?
Well, Joy, I'm sitting here like you, crying and angry. I don't know if you say a lot, but you be with people. And then the other thing is you got to recognize America. That's not just something that comes from one crazed racist shooter or one crazed extremist Fox News commentator spewing this stuff. This is something in the ethos of this nation we've not dealt with. You know, I was thinking about that as a poor community, a poor black community. And this great replacement theory, Joy, this is just the latest version of it. That's why you see that woman shaking. It brings up all kinds of old terrorism. This is the latest. You know, if you go back to the 19th century, you had Thomas Dixon, who wrote Birth of a Nation, and then Woodrow Wilson played it in the Oval Office, kind of like Trump and Steve Bannon and all them put racism right in the heart of the Oval Office so blatantly. And then it became policy, became a basis to justify racism. And then what happened in 1915? That they played that movie, and then nearly 100 black men were killed and lynched in 1919. Riots broke out all over the country. The Ku Klux Klan was celebrated as somehow protecting the country from some kind of false replacement. The people that did that, Joy, then also came against women's rights and labor union movements and voting rights. And they even passed during that same period of white supremacist immigration law. So what did we do? Well, I want to ask you, what did people do then when they had that pain? You know what they did? The NAACP built a black-white coalition, not just a black response to this. What happened? Women took those tears and then fought and won the right to vote. What happened? Preachers started preaching the social gospel movement like never before, white and black, and raising the moral consciousness. What happened in the midst of all those tears? The Harlem Renaissance came forward, and they started writing poems of resistance like, "If we must die, let it not be like hogs," or "America has never been America to me, but I swear this oath America will be," or "Life for me ain't been no crystal stairs, but I've not stopped." What happened in that period? What did they do with their tears? A. Philip Randolph said, we're going to form a Pullman's Party, and we're going to start planning for a moral march on Washington. So in this moment, Joe, one of the things I know we have to do is something that Dr. King did when he preached these funerals. He named everybody. He said, it's not just who pulled the trigger. He said, we got to look at not just who pulled the trigger, but who really murdered those people. This is what King said and what we have to transfer to today. He said, every white lawman who abuses the law and terrorizes, every white politician who feeds on prejudice and hatred, every white preacher who preaches the Bible and stays silent before their congregations about these matters. And he even said, in every Negro man and woman and preacher who stands without joining the fight as their brothers and sisters are humiliated, brutalized, killed, and ripped apart. That woman said, we need a village. Notice she didn't say just a black village. She said, we need a village. And we have to say, in this moment, all of these tears will make us understand that not only must we cry together, we must stand together, we must come together, we must build moral truth-telling power together. All of us, not some of us, all of us. This cannot be just looked at as a black issue. It's the danger to all of us, the entire democracy and our humanity. And one of the things, Joy, we're saying in the campaign is on Monday, we're headed to Memphis, to Tennessee, and say we need a resurrection of what Dr. King was doing, not just constant commemoration. On June 5th, we're going to call thousands of clergy that weekend to preach and teach, whether they're white, black, brown, Asian, or whoever, to start loosing these pulpits and then bringing them in the streets. And then on June 18th, we're calling for a massive coming together of all of us, regardless of race, creed, color, and sexuality, for the Mass Poor People's Low-Wage Workers Assembly and Moral March on Washington, and to say, look, we have to deal with systemic racism, systemic poverty, ecological devastation, denial of health care, this war economy, and this false moral narrative of religious nationalism and white supremacy and replacement theory as interlocking evils that require all of us. In fact, and so that's what we have to do. Somehow we must hear those tears. In fact, I'm glad, lastly, Joy, that you cried today and others are crying, because there is a scripture in the Bible that says when this kind of death happens, it says that what you must hear the sound of Rachel crying and refusing to be comforted. We must refuse to go back to normal, refuse to be comforted, but our tears must be the kind of tears that you cry, and then those same tears strengthen you and buoy you up to fight and to stand against what is happening, because you recognize it's not just a lone shooter, and it's not a person, it's something terribly wrong in our society, and what we're seeing today has happened before, but we've also beat it before, and we can beat it again.
Well, see, this is why I have pastor friends, because sometimes I just got to get my preaching on the show. I can't necessarily be in the church. I just go ahead and I bring it right to the show so that everybody can get a word. My good friend, my dear friend, Bishop William Barber, thank you. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.